And here it is. We go again. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. Here it is. We go again. Here I am again, twice a day today. The first session, not at all anything politics related. It's all human interest stories. So hopefully you are entertained by this. I put up the notice not that long ago, so hopefully we get some traffic. No real expectation that no real expectation that a high volume of people will be interacting, but we're more in hope than expectation. In hope and expectation, one man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. With all your heart. Missing someone. With heart. Much you listen. And you deserve. And you deserve. And you deserve. And you did it right from the start. And you did it right from the start. Missing someone is as normal. Missing someone and missing someone is as normal. Missing someone. With all your heart. Missing someone. With heart. Missing someone. I am sad and so down. I am sad and so down.
And there it is, Missing Someone by the Bass Rebel. The Bass Rebel. So one man went to mow. The eagle has landed. So not at all politics related. And if you notice, we're deviating from politics somewhat for the earlier session. So that's the direction of travel of the platform. Just to mix it up a bit, I have been with over 2,000 partners since I popped my cherry. So it is a rapper called Diamond making this headline. So apparently she's a female rapper from South Africa. I'm not really aware of her music, but I'm certainly taken by this headline. So the headline again, I have been with over 2,000 partners since I popped my cherry. And that's not the headline, by the way. I'm having to reword it for reasons of it not triggering YouTube. So you can insert as you think it should read, as you think it should read. So I have been with over 2,000 partners since I popped my cherry. Rapper Diamond. So quite how she talks her way through that, we find out shortly. Anglican priest Reverend Ogbuchukwu Latona resigns to float a movement to support polygamy. So that is two sides of the extreme. It's been presented there, from one extremity to the other extremity. Anglican priest Reverend Ogbuchukwu Lotana resigns to float a movement to support polygamy. So Christianity and polygamy, two words that you don't often put in association with each other. So this next headline disturbing, but nevertheless true, but because this is really the lazy conclusions that we have all reached, the lazy conclusions that we have all reached, now being confirmed by experts. Over 60 million Nigerians are suffering from psychiatric disorder. Association of Psychiatrists. So this is something that we've all loosely at the back of our minds often assumed to be the case. And some of us will actually estimate that that number might well be higher. But what do we know? The experts are speaking. Over 60 million Nigerians are suffering from psychiatric disorder. Association of Psychiatrists. Now, psychiatric disorder, of course, does not necessarily mean that you're mad and crazy and you're walking the streets ripping off your clothes. No, it goes from depression to the most extreme. So it can be all manners of manifestation, but all of the medical definition of it, putting it in totality, they've arrived at the figure of 60 million Nigerians suffering from psychiatric disorder. So let's leave that quickly. Why men will always cheat on you. Media personality VJ Adams tells ladies. So quite his spin on it. It's just men are just natural hunters. It's just the loose assumption. But what spin this guy has on it, it'd be curious to find out why men always cheat on you. Media personality VJ Adams tells ladies. So let's hear it from the VJ Adams's perspective. All right. So this one now. Man explains why he has been sleeping with his brother's wife for 7 years. So again, within that realm, hopefully I'm able to, there's actually a video linked to it. We'll see if we're able to get that video. It may well have been taken down. Often instances, these videos are taken down. So let's see if this one has been. It doesn't look as though it has been, but it looks like one of those that you get a copyright strike for. So I'll abandon the video, but just give you the readout. A curiosity, man explains why he has been sleeping with his brother's wife for 7 years. So quite what is in play there. We find out shortly. So plenty to go through. Lean back, kick back, take it easy, relax into it. The usual protocol, click on the like button as you're coming in. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. And if you want to come join me to take on any of these talking points, click on the hyperlink that says StreamYard. Click on the hyperlink that says StreamYard. And as soon as I finish reading out the talking points, I'll let you onto the screen, engage you in a conversation around the talking points. An open microphone session, the open microphone being the hyperlink that says StreamYard. So before we get straight into it, let's take another musical intermission. This time around, we said no politics, but let's watch the Jagaban of GBT show off his dancing steps. They said he's unstable on his feet, but let Tinubu answer back.
Hello my country people, let us join Papa Tinubu to rock this latest dance wey in the dance. Abemina corner me will call dance with Oga Tinubu.
So there it is. I wasn't especially keen on Tinubu, but it really is the Bata music that I wanted to play. So I have to go look for a clip of that in a fuller manifestation of it. So I have to go look for that Bata music because I'm especially taken by that sort of music. I have I have been with over 2,000 partners since I popped my cherry. Rapper Diamond. Jamaican-born US-based rapper Brittany Nicole Carpotero, aka Diamond the Body. So Jamaican-born US-based rapper Brittany Nicole Carpentero, aka Diamond the Body, said she has been with over 2,000 partners. The rapper and hip-hop diva granted an interview where she spoke about her sexual life. She said she lost her cherry at 12 and has since gotten intimate with over 2,000 people, including women. The rapper said her sexual escapades are things no one can judge her about. I am telling you my own truth. I popped my cherry at 12 years old. I remember the whole thing like it was yesterday. Between 12 to now, for my body count, I'd say I've been with over 2,000 people, she said. I have done a lot of women too. I have been doing men and I have been doing women. 2,000 sexual partners, absolutely. It is what it is. Only God can judge me. I don't care. The curvy rapper had triggered speculations and made headline recently after a possible relationship with Nigerian Afrobeat superstar Burna Boy after she shared their intimate photo in bed on social media. So there it is right there. So the association with Burna Boy. So apparently apparently Burna Boy is one of the 2,000 conquests that this lady has had. But what number is Burna Boy even? Is the question. I wonder what number Burna Boy is. Absolutely, is that alarming though? You know, what is the appropriate partner? What is the appropriate number count that a woman should have before she settles down, before she loses the tag of being a respectable lady? I suspect that nobody is expecting that any young girl, because she's a fairly. Let me show you a picture of her. You've already seen it on the thumbnail, but she's a fairly young lady, certainly under 40, no older than 35 by my reckoning. So if you can see, so if she has already been through 2,000 people already, and she's just at the maybe second or first or second phase of her life. And if you're saying life goes through 4 stanzas, so what's then going to be the body count for the remaining half of her life? So there it is, 2,000 body count, 2,000 body count. So there's nothing you can say to me. I would say that is inappropriate, absolutely categorically inappropriate. So inappropriate, but what is the propriety of this one? Anglican priest Reverend Ogbuchukwu Lotana resigns to float a movement in support of polygamy. So 2 sides of the extreme. An Anglican priest of the Nnewi Diocese in Anambra, Reverend Ogbuchukwu Lotana, has resigned his position as a priest of the church. Lotana, a lawyer from Mbanugu, Otolo, Nnewi, stated in his resignation letter that he received a divine mandate to float a movement in support of polygamy. He claimed that the movement, which will be called Gideonites, was aimed at encouraging polygamy with a vision to reducing the rate of sexual sins. So it's a badly written piece, by the way. I am probably reading it badly as well, but it's a badly written piece. So let me just take it from the top again and see if it flows better. An Anglican priest of the Nnewi Diocese in Anambra State, Reverend Ogbuchukwu Lotana, has resigned his position as a priest of the church. Lotana, a lawyer from Mbanugu Otolo Nnewi stated in his resignation letter that he received a divine mandate to float a movement in support of polygamy. He claimed that the movement, which will be called Gideonites, was aimed at encouraging polygamy with a view to reducing the rate of sexual sins in society. He also said the place of worship will be called Gideonite's Temple. I thought that the place of worship would have been called a brothel because it sounds like the guy is a resigned priesthood to run a brothel. He pointed out that polygamy is not a sin, contrary to what is generally being preached. According to him, what God hates is divorce of any type and sleeping with another man's wife. He insisted that God desired men to even marry more than one woman instead of going for someone's wife or ladies they were not married to. He said he has taken his time to discover the truth the church had hidden from members for a long time, adding that it was high time people were told the truth. His colleagues expressed shock at Lotana's action, saying that they never expected such. Lotana ordained an Anglican priest on December the 22nd, 2019 at Cathedral Church of St. Mary's, Ugwargu, Nnewi, is married to Chinyere Abigail, who hails from Umagbu village, Achara in Akwa North of Anambra. No official reaction yet from the Anglican Diocese of Nnewi about the development, as the diocese is busy with the activities of its 2022 synod. So there it is right there, and there it is right there. An Anglican priest resigning his priesthood to start up what essentially is a brothel. So there it is, an Anglican priest resigning his priesthood to start up a brothel. Over 60 million Nigerians are suffering from psychiatric disorder. Association of Psychiatrists. So a lot of us will probably be in line with this. We've had thoughts in that direction. President, Association of Psychiatrists in Nigeria, Professor Taiwo Obindo, has revealed that more than 60 million Nigerians are suffering from mental health illnesses. Obindo made this known in an interview with News Agency of Nigeria on Sunday. Mental health care is in a sorry state, given that we have over 60 million Nigerians suffering from various mental illnesses, and the fact that only 10% of them are able to access appropriate care. We are left with more than 90% who are unable to access care, and this group is called the treatment gap for mental illness. Obondo said the gap is because people do not have appropriate information about the causes and treatment of mental illnesses. He explained that myths and traditional beliefs, inappropriate mental health facilities, and the number of mental health professionals are some of the factors hindering the management of mental illness in Nigeria. He also said 60% of Nigerians living in the rural area do not have access to appropriate care and have to travel long distances to access facilities. Obindo added that the number of mental health practitioners in Nigeria is low as it falls below the ratio recommended by the World Health Organization. So there it is right there. Obindo added that the number of mental health practitioners in Nigeria is low as it falls below the ratio recommended by the World Health Organization. So a lot of us not too far from data put out by the Psychiatrist Association, because the average Nigerian, they are not 100% in the head. I'm not even sure that I know a Nigerian that is 100% mentally fit. So there's just some sort of schism or some sort of scoring, as we put it in Nigeria. that we all carry in some form. Why men will always cheat on you? Media personality VJ Adams tells ladies. Popular media personality and artist VJ Adams has revealed why men cheat on their women. He began by saying that both men and women cheat, but women speak more about it. Addressing the women gender, VJ Adams said they make it too easy for men to cheat by not contributing financially to the maintenance of the home. According to the media personality, men make it hard for women to cheat because they are financially stable and contribute extremely to the welfare of their home. But women, on the other part, make it easy for their lovers to cheat because they are not financially independent. They love living large and depend mostly on their men for survival, but if they contribute a good extent to the running of the home, the men will think of the implication of losing them by cheating, which will in turn prevent them from having side chicks. He therefore encouraged ladies to make it hard for their men to cheat by contributing to the upkeep of their homes. So there it is. That is his own spin on why men cheat. It's quite a loose and feeble reason by my reckoning, because there are plenty of reasons why men cheat, but I'm not sure that the woman not contributing to the fine. Mine are just natural philanderers. That's just what it is. It's just in the nature of the gender. So I'm not quite sure if that is sufficient enough of a reason, or if that is solid enough even. It might well be a contributory factor, but certainly not a major factor. Shocking video. A man explains why he has been sleeping with his brother's wife for 7 years. A man has revealed how he started a clandestine affair with his older brother's wife for 7 years because he felt entitled to having her, and according to him, his brother was rarely available to attend to her emotionally, to attend to her emotional needs. He recounted the series of events that led to the relationship in an interview with a host, as he revealed that he felt encouraged to pursue the affair with his brother's wife because she emboldened him with the way she treated him whenever the husband was not around. The affair continued even after they slept with each other for the first time, but the brother's constant absence due to his business demands made it easy for them to continue. So there it is right there. And there it is right there. So this is a story of so many households, because it's sometimes it's a choice to make. It's either you dedicate yourself not solely but wholly to the pursuit of money, and then the payoff will be like your family life. Then you are vesting a lot of trust in your partner to take care of the home, etc. As you pursue the money. So that is it. Or you don't pursue the money as aggressively and pursue just the little you can and dedicate more of your time to your homestead. But if you do pursue the money with that aggression, then you leave that loophole for this sort of thing to happen. So let's see what the gentlemen are making of it. Man of Prestige, we see you, and the mighty Ajanle Koko, we see you. So let's come to you first, Man of Prestige. So are you ready to go? Man of Prestige.
Yeah, one man, give me a minute, okay? Go to the next person. Can I be the second, please, if you don't mind?
All right. Let's go to all right. Let's go to Ajanle Koko, see if he's ready. Ajanle Koko, are you ready to go?
Yes, man. How are you?
I'm good. Good to have you, Ajanle Koko. So good to have you. So let's kick it off then with the last storyline that we just presented. So this chap now telling us that he has been sleeping with his brother's wife for 7 years, and when he was interviewed as to why, he said he felt entitled, and what opened the window for him was that the man was hardly ever at home, as he chases round to provide bread and put bread on the table for his family. So the wife opened the opportunity, and he seized it. But what are you making of that? The pursuit of money to the detriment of your family life?
Thank you, man. Greetings to our listeners around the world. Please click on the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. One man, what that guy did, is totally ridiculous, totally bad. He shouldn't have done so to his brother. He should have been in the position when the brother is not around, even to watch make sure that the wife does not even mess around. If he's a real good brother, shouldn't have done that to the brother at all. It's very, very bad. And what he has done, I believe, will create life enmity between them. The relationship and the brotherliness and the family tie would never be the same again. He has hurt his brother, and he has hurt him forever, psychologically. And he shouldn't have even, come to the public and be boasting about it. He should be ashamed of himself for what he did. He should have been being on his knee, begging for forgiveness, begging his brother, for forgiveness, and not to come to the public openly and be blaming his brother that he's the one that is inavailability constantly at home pave way for what happened. That was, that's a very ridiculous. It looked like we are living in a very insane world. I don't know what is happening to people, the way people think.
Yeah, but is it an uncommon story though? Because it is not an uncommon story. What is not uncommon is that the businessman, constantly away from home, the wife sleeping around. So that is not uncommon. But what is disappointing that it is the brother that is sleeping with the wife. But it's not uncommon for the businessman always away, his wife sleeping around. Usually with the businessman's friends, or sometimes even with the driver or something like that. But it's not uncommon, is it, Ajanle Koko?
Yes, you are right. It's not uncommon, but that shouldn't have.
One man, sorry, Ajanle Koko. One man. That story is like the guy has been attracted to the wife even before the opportunity came. As in,
he said he felt entitled.
Yeah, that he's more handsome than the husband, that the wife is too beautiful for the brother. That kind of thing. The guy is just, I don't know. So it's more like he has it in plan even before. It's not because the man was away that he took advantage of that.
No, the man was hold on. The man was away, was the window of opportunity, but sibling rivalry between brothers sometimes it can often get toxic, and it might well even resent the brother, and it might well even see that as a form of punishment against him. Usually that older younger brother thing, sometimes there's that rivalry, and if it's not managed properly, it's always sometimes toxic, and they might well feel that, look, yes, I will show him, sort of thing.
Yeah, so I get what you mean. Yeah. Carry on, sir. I just want to confirm that.
Yeah, one man. There is no justification for what he has done. He has stabbed his brother in the back. He has done the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst betrayer. He has betrayed his brother. That's the worst of the worst thing that you can do to somebody. That is what he did. And it's just insane that he's still looking at it, finding justification for it. There is no justification for that. Your brother is your brother. And, you know, you don't go after your brother's wife. You don't go after your friend's wife. You don't go after your friend's daughter. It shouldn't be like that. Is not the way to do it. That kind of thing will create enmity for life, and you know, it will never. That will be any relationship, any friendship, any whatsoever between you and the other person that you hurt in this kind of way will never be the same again. So what he has done is bad, and I totally condemn it. It shouldn't have happened.
And it's gone on national television to discuss it as well. So because I think it's actually a story coming out of Ghana. So it's gone on national television to discuss it as well. So obviously it will get back to the brother if it hasn't gotten back to the brother already. So is there some sort of resentment there, would you say? Or is it, I think it's just, I think it's really beyond just sex. I think it's more really to get at the brother.
We are just in a very I don't know why it should even go public about it. It shouldn't have been a public issue. Yes, it did happen. Why on TV? What has the brother done wrong to you that make you do this kind of thing to you? And if we really want to look at this, in most cases, when things like this happen, you will see that that brother might have been even his might even be
his benefactor.
Yes, he might even have done a lot of good thing to him, and he
probably sent him to school or something like that.
Sent him to school, responsible for so many things for him to be better in life, but you know, only to pay back in this kind of bad way. It's just I don't see any justification for it, but you know, God knows better. Maybe the woman herself is not God have not destined that woman to be with the brother, and because as we blame the brother, the guy that slept with his brother wife, we have to blame the wife as well. Why would you, a woman, knowing well that this is a junior brother to your or a brother to your husband, why must you open leg for such person? That is bad.
I think Adan Lekoko, what the guy is actually saying is that she opened the window. This is what he said. He says he revealed that he felt encouraged to pursue the affair with his brother's wife because she emboldened him with the way she treated him whenever the husband was not around. So she actually opened the window for him to take advantage.
That is not even an excuse for that. If your brother's wife open window for you, why can't you close your eye against the window? Why can't you tell your brother that, look, brother, I don't think I can live here with you. This is what your wife is. If you don't want to even tell your wife, your brother, you can just leave that house. You can tell your brother, I don't want to live here again. I want to go and live somewhere else. I have my friend place to live, and just leave that environment. And if possible, if you still have mother or uncle that you feel that you can share your experience with, you go and tell them, this is what this woman is doing to me, but I don't want to fall into the trap. That's why I'm leaving, and I want my brother, I want you to talk to my brother. This is what is happening. So you have to be careful with such woman. You know, the love you must.
He doesn't even live. He doesn't even live with them. He lives in the hostel. Apparently, the wife even goes to the hostel to do the thing, to do the nookie with him in the hostel. So it just comes.
Are you following the story as well?
Yeah, I saw the story. I saw it online now. Viewed it. So the wife goes to the school hostel to do nookie with the boy. So he only goes to the house when the husband has traveled, when he's not around. So the wife goes to the school. So the guy asked him a question like, so what does other students think? They don't know it's your. He said nobody knew it was his brother's wife. That she just come like any other girl will come to the hostel.
That now, wow. What kind of school is that where women can? Anyway, let us just. That's not even look. But the guy have there's no justification for it. Whether the woman come to the hostel, she shouldn't have. He shouldn't have fell into that trap. He should have resisted it. Tell one of the uncle, or report to the wife, to the brother, or tell somebody within the family that knows that he can call the brother and caution the brother and tell the brother that this is not the right woman. Because what this woman have done, he must, maybe that's the way he's sleeping around with a lot of, maybe he's sleeping around with a lot of people. That guy might not even be the only person.
You know, sometimes it can be bored. It can be boredom. So let's say this guy is constantly away, and she's, let's say they have no children, and she's just dozing around in the house. Yes, the house is nice. Yes, he leaves plenty of money, but then she's just there by herself, just bored.
Well, I don't know what. I don't think so. I mean, why would it be alone in the house? The husband will leave, and she's gonna be, in African setting, we don't live like that. Somebody must be living with you, or maybe one of your cousin or something like that would be around you and stuff like that. So it's not bothering. She's just a nasty woman. She's just a dog that like to sleep around. I think that is her problem. She should be blamed as well. She's not a good woman, and that is why she ridicule herself to be sleeping with his husband brother. It's just nasty. It's just ridiculous. It's just insane. It's totally insane. This man, different job come with different nature. Maybe the nature of job of that man, is kind of the type that we, take him out of town sometimes, and you have to travel for some days and come back, after some days. If he's a truck driver and he travel across town, so what will he do? So must he have to be carrying the woman around? Does that justify that woman that because that man is not at home for some days and he have to be sleeping around? No, the woman is just a nasty woman, and she's a bad woman, and she just is just. But the worst part of it is his brother coming. Revealing this and boasting about this in the public. That is just the worst part of it. That is where the brother is has done wrong. He shouldn't have come to the public to be boasting about it and blaming his brother that, because his brother doesn't stay at home, and this woman is the one that forced me into it. He shouldn't have done it at all. So both of them have to be blamed, the woman and the brother that sleeping with his brother's wife. So that's my take on it.
All right, brilliant. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. So Ajanle Koko, to this space, this is just a confirmation of what a lot of people suspect, and probably even an underestimation of it. Over 60 million Nigerians are suffering from psychiatric disorder. This is the Association of Psychiatrists of Nigeria giving us now this information. So I'm not sure that this comes as a surprise to anyone, or does this surprise you? 60 million Nigerians suffering from one form of psychiatric disorder or the other.
Well, that will usually happen in a country where a lot of people live in poverty. They are under too many pressure. To eat good meal is a problem. To get a good job is a problem. To live a good life is a problem. To go to school, good school is a problem. To take good medication is a problem. to, to even travel is a problem. When you face too much pressure of life, you will suffer some sort of mental issue, psychologically, if not serious mental illness. But you will have those pressure of life will affect you mentally. So, and that is what a lot of Nigerians are going through. So I'm not surprised with that report. And we are just people that by nature, we are very strong people. That is why we are able to withstand a lot of pressure that, we go through in that country. It cannot happen. What we go through in that country cannot happen in any Western world. A lot of people will be out. A lot of people will be committing suicide and killing themselves and stuff like that. But still,
there's a spike. There's a spike in the suicide rates in Nigeria. People are now just, especially that third mainland bridge, they're just going there to jump now.
Yeah. We are facing too much of pressure, economic pressure. Some people have lost hope. Some people have lost hope completely. Some people are not sure of eating. When they wake up, it's not guaranteed that they will get food to eat. It's not guaranteed that they will get job to do to make money. They look at their children, they cannot even feed their children. Do you know what I mean, woman?
Yes, a lot of men are losing their masculinity in Nigeria.
Yeah. When you cannot feed your children, you wake up, there's no food for your children to eat, to go to school. Even when you struggle to give them food, you just give them some kind of unhealthy food. And when children eat unhealthy food, how would they be able to study well? How would their brain function to the optimal to be able to, study well in school? And then when they get to school, the school environment is horrible. There is not even desk for these children to sit down. They have to sit on the floor. Those children start to have this kind of mental problem from little kids because they are exposed to horrible lifestyle and they grow up with it. How do you think that they will not have mental problem? So these are the things. Some people will look at their children. Some people will see their wife. They even know their wife is flirting around, messing around to make money to feed the family. They don't even care. They just feel, well, since there's nothing I can do, I just remain like this. And some people cannot withstand the psychological effect of this, and they just go and kill themselves. In the United States, during the economic meltdown, is it in 1998 or 2008? Is it 2008? During the time of Obama?
Yes.
During the time of Bush? Is it 2008? Yeah, 2008. During the economic meltdown, some family killed themselves because they lost everything. All their, retirement fund, their invested, everything wiped out. Just because of that singular situation, they just took the whole family, they killed them because they believe, well, where am I going to start from? So, but our people, this is the way they live. This is the way they live their life every day. No better future for them. No good thing of life for them. They just live and just remain like that, suffering, living in poverty. So these are the things that I believe, these are the factors that contribute to all this problem of life. I mean, this mental problem that you are talking about in Nigeria. No electricity. They get home in the night. They cannot sleep well.
In fact,
It's just
I thought the figure was a lot lower than I anticipated, because I'm of the thought that a good 70% of that of the people of that country they have some form of mental illness or the other, like depression, anxiety,
oh yes, yes,
outright madness, schizophrenia. You know.
yes. I agree with you, one man. It should be around 70%.
I think, yeah, at least. I mean, who's
Yes.
normal? Who is the whole of Lagos? They are all mad. Every single person. Can you live in Lagos and not be mad? If you go to Lagos as the same person, you go crazy. And you have to. I mean, you can't now.
You can't talk gently. You have to be yelling every time. You go
And be
see
angry
them
all the time.
and be
You know.
angry. You have to be angry. People, if
You
you
know.
are a gentleman, some people will curse you that you are too
They will
gentle.
finish you now. Somebody will hit your car from the back and get up and come and slap you first.
I'll come and slap
Yeah,
you.
so how do you even begin to think that? You say, you know, that's twice the Yameji. Then you too have to
So-
just have to start tearing off your shirt and say, oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, you
No.
know,
So it's just,
you know, you
it's
cannot
just-
be. There's not one single normal person in Lagos. You have
No.
to be mad now.
you have to be mad. You have to be mad. All across the country, everybody is just, they are just going through all this form of, mental illness, but they just cover it up, trying to act normal. But what is going on in their head, a lot of mental problem is going on. And it's just, I'm not surprised about what that psychiatrist said. I'm not surprised at all. We are living under bondage, and we are living in a kind of a country where nothing is available for people. Nothing at all. Nothing. What is it?
That
People-
country lacks mental health awareness. Most people don't even believe in all these things you are talking about in Nigeria. That there is something called depression. Most people don't believe it. They don't know it's mental problem. So I think there is lack of awareness too.
People don't live
and the
normal
belief
life.
system as well. The psychiatrist was telling us that they revert to spiritualism in most instances, rather than you know that they'll go to Babalawo to start to pour chicken blood on their head or whatever, you know. So,
Those
Look,
are spiritual problem.
yeah.
What is helping our people there is just our culture to, and our religious belief that taught us to give all our hope, to give, to look up to God as our solution to problem all the time, and never think of any problem that is beyond the control of God. That mindset and that way, the way we are raised with that mentality that God is the only one that solves all your problem. You cannot solve it yourself. That mentality is what keeps most of our people going. We leave everything to God, that, okay, the way I'm living now does not matter, but let me be hopeful to God, and God will take control of the situation. So that mentality is what keep our people going, and believe in God as the only solution to our problem. That is what keep our people going. If not for that, a lot of people will be, we will see a lot of mad people all over the place in that country. But because we leave everything to God, we believe, we are hopeful in God, we believe He's our creator, we believe He's the one that knows what we don't know, and we believe he knows what we are going through, and we believe that, oh, he can solve our problem. That mentality, keep us going. And that is why you see our people.
Is that mentality not a hindrance of some sort as well? Because like DOG was just saying, a lot of problems that are that's just a medical solution which will cure it or manage it. People take it to a spiritual space, so it exacerbates that problem rather than something that you can just take. Yes.
To add to that,
Carry on.
like people, a lot of people have actually even lost their life when we base everything spiritual. I know a lot of people have been stoned to death thinking they are witches and wizards, and it's just dementia. It's just dementia, and they will stone them to death. So that's why I say I think lack of awareness. People don't know about these things. Nigerians don't really know about when it comes to mental health. That's why even I think from your readings, the man even said there is few people in the psychiatric line too, because everybody just believe when you talk psychiatric or mental health, somebody that is mad roaming down the streets naked and all that. There is more people in offices at your workplace that are even more mentally ill, you know. So I think the spiritualness again, fine, religion is good, but I think sometimes we take things to the other side, thinking it's spiritual all the time. I'm sure a lot of people is. I know a girl here that was trying to do the dementia awareness in Nigeria. I think she actually even gave up at some point because she kept going to Nigeria. Nobody is trying to, because she said, "Oh, most people don't even understand what she's talking about. That some people don't even understand what she's talking about, you know." And I think it would have been helpful if we have good governance that could actually bring this thing to educate people about dementia. But how would you even do that if you don't have forms for dementia people, so people will get better understanding of it? You know, it's just I don't know.
It's
Look,
unbelievable.
DOG, all this dementia, all this kind of psychological problem that we are talking about are strange to us in Africa, and it's strange
But
to our
we
culture.
cannot keep saying that, though, Ajanle Koko, because we are in 2022 going on 2023 now, and all of the awareness that is going on globally, it is time for it to start penetrating our own society as well. We cannot continue to live like 200 years ago.
But let me tell you this. Yes, you are right. But the point remains that they are foreign to us. We don't understand it. We don't get it. And they can never get it up there. I mean, over there. There's nothing you can tell them about all this mental problem or all these things. They will think that it's not for them. It's not their portion in Jesus' name.
Yes, it is not my portion.
Yeah, it's not my portion. That is so. It's a strange thing to us.
Do you think it's shame? Do you think shame is part of the things that we're having to contend with?
Yes.
Because
yes.
when you have some sort of mental debilitation, when you cut your hand, you just go to the chemist or to the doctor to say, put some antiseptic on it and put a plaster on it. But a mental ailment is no different from a physical ailment that equally just needs treating. But the way we are in our society is a thing of shame that your relative is talking funny, is having some issues, is feeling suicidal, and then you start to hide them away and sneak in a pastor to come and be putting hands on them.
Yeah, it can create a stigma on the family too, that maybe they kind of have mental problem in their family line, and people don't like to associate with people with mental illness. They can think maybe it's a curse on the family. Their great grandfather, this is what they did, and they caused them, and whoever that married with them. This is what
we'll get it to. It's hereditary,
and all this. Yeah, it's hereditary. So all this kind of stigmatization is what a lot of people are running away from. But other than that, it is foreign to us, all this Oyibo clinical way of, psychological and all these things. It's not part of our culture, and we can never get it. But
do you think we should have do you think we should have a ministry of public awareness that should be sensitizing the whole nation to some of these issues, like issues around hygiene, nutrition, mental health, this, that, and the other, that they will have easy to understand jingles to educate people on these spaces?
Oh, yes. We have them already, but they are not functioning well. They don't fund them well to do. I mean, we have Ministry of Information, Ministry of this, even in General Hospital, they have Department of Psychiatric, they have it there. But, anything that has to do with mental problem, people doesn't want to accept it. They believe anything that relates to mental illness, they believe is a cause. They believe maybe some witches are after him. They believe, that mental illness can be cured, in a more spiritual way and not medical way. So that is our belief. We believe when somebody have a mental problem, it's been caused by some people, and they see it as spiritual problem, and it can be solved spiritually. So any mental problem, they will take it to Babalawo or take it to the church, for to get cured. They don't believe that it can be solved medically. They believe if you have to go medically, it will get worse. So they don't believe in medical, because that is our culture. In our culture, we believe anybody that have mental problem, it is spiritual. It's spiritual problem, and it's only spiritually that it could be solved. So, but in the present day Nigeria, I am telling you, this mental illness everywhere is caused largely by one factor: economic hardship. Economic hardship. When we are growing up, when Nigeria was a good country, that you wake up in the morning, you eat whatever you want to eat, we throw food away. You understand what I'm saying? You eat whatever you want to eat. You can get on the street. You can go out, look for job, and you get job that very same day. We aren't having we aren't having all this problem that you are talking about now. Yeah, we can have some people, we have some mental, how do I call it? Mentally
challenged.
Mentally challenged people, yes, on the street, naked and stuff. Those ones we believe, yeah. Some maybe they went to by then, most of the time we say, oh, this one went and smoked Igbo. It's Igbo that scatter his hand. Some they believe, oh, they are cursed. That's why it's this. So, but in normal people around, even the way we behave then, we were more normal. We greet well. We were civilized. We are civilized. We treat each other right. We behave well. We are very orderly, unlike the way it is now. Economic hardship will put people into serious health problem, because the economic challenges they are facing will not even, we put so much pressure on them, and they cannot even reason. They cannot, it's huge. It's the most greater. Once that is solved, when people can get job, work, make money,
It's
buy food.
dignity, isn't it? It's dignity.
It's dignity.
Dignity has been removed from the Nigerian
Like,
male, especially. You know, dignity and
Everybody
self-respect.
is hungry.
everybody is angry. Thank you, DJ. I
Everybody
mean,
is hungry.
everybody. Thank you.
Any little thing, their fuse will
If
blow.
you are
Any
hungry,
little thing.
look. What a male child, a male that is the head of the family. Do you know what that person represents? Do you know the responsibility in the hand of that person? You have to take care of your house. You have extended family that depend on you. Once you are successful, that okay, oh, you are successful, you have a good job. That job and whatever you are making there is not for you and your family alone. It's meant for the whole community. Your junior brother, some others in the village, your wife, family, you have to take care. And now look at such person that has been doing well, making money, and suddenly because of economic hardship and economic problem in the country, everything cut down. It couldn't make money anymore. It couldn't be responsible to send the children to school, talk less of his extended family, talk less of his own mother to take care of them well the way he used to. What do you think will happen to that person mentally? It will be hungry, and it will be acting crazy all the time because it won't be able to sleep well. So that is just it, one man. It's the economic hardship that contributed immensely to this mental problem.
All right. Talking about mental problem, Ajanle Koko, this lady, she cannot be at the most estimate older than 27. I have slept with over 2,000 sexual partners. So this is a rapper that sings rap music. Brittany Nicole Carpentero, her name goes by the name also known as Diamond the Body. Diamond the Body said she has slept with over 2,000 sexual partners, and she's just around about 27. Surely we're still talking about mental health.
One man. Where does she live?
I think she's American, but then she's maybe somewhat South African. You know, she's just like an international sort of a person. She was she came out into the public consciousness via Burna Boy, who she also slept with. I'm not quite sure what number he is in that 2000, but she slept with him and then took pictures and then put it out on social media. So that's how she came to the Nigerian attention. But then in interviews, she's saying it is what it is. I've slept with over 2,000 people. So that is to say men and women. So that at no older than 27, that has to be. She started from the age of 12.
She started at the age of 12.
12.
Well,
2,000 people though. I mean, if for a man or woman, that's a mental problem.
Well, it's unfortunate that I don't know, since she started at the age of 12, I think that might have contributed to somebody that did it to her when she was a minor. I think open her up for this bad behavior that she never stopped doing. You know, when a little kid is exposed to bad thing, it's going to affect that little child psychologically, and I think that is what affected her. If she had got a help from somebody when this thing happened to her, when she was 12 years, when she was a minor, maybe she wouldn't have lived this kind of lifestyle. But I think she has lost that human dignity She lost it completely, and I think this affected her mentally. And that is why she never stopped. That is why she's jumping from one man to the other. But and it's still that problem, that mental problem, is still live with her, and that's why she can still come on air to reveal it that I've slept with more than 2,000 men. It's unfortunate that I was gonna, if not that you mentioned that she started at the age of 12. What I had wanted to say before, it was very, very bad for her. But when I had that 12 years...
In many ways, she's a victim.
Yes, she's a victim. So when you said she started at the age of 12, I felt sorry for her that she... somebody, very bad person, and when you see that person that must have done it to her force, would be an adult, somebody at, adults that did that to her, and that is person that messed her life up completely. But I hope that she can get help so that she can live a normal life, because this is not a dignified life at all, particularly for a woman to continue, to live this kind of lifestyle is not good. I wish she can get help, and she can get a psychiatric treatment, and somebody to help her, because this is it's not dignified at all, and I just feel sorry for her. I wish she can get a quick help and get a new redirection, because what she revealed, she still have the mental problem, because what she revealed, I don't know if she have children. This will leave. This will be a very bad, a very bad information that will live with her for the rest of her life. Negative. This is a very negative.
Do you think she will do you think she will still even be able to recognize all the people she has slept with?
I consider 2,000.
Yes.
For the moment, I don't think so. I can reckon that. That's 2,000.
It's quite a lot, though. It's quite. That's a number. That's a number. Right?
No, 2,000.
My goodness me.
No, 2,000. Okay. That's too much. So this kind of stigma could will live with her for the rest of her life, and if she has some children, this will the children too. The stigma will live with the children, because people will mock children, or that, oh, your mother slept with, they will bully the children and stuff like that, and this is not good. This is the same thing we're talking about, like the guy that went to sleep with her brother wife. Why must he come to the public and reveal?
There's a moral decadence in society, more so than ever before. It's a free for all. We're living a free for all life now. Free for all.
What is this? Where is the shame? Does human being even have that element in them that, oh, I'm ashamed of this? Do we still even have it? What is wrong with all this young the new generation that we have around?
Do you see why people keep a very tight rein on their children now? Because what I'm noticing is now people monitor their their children almost like security guards. They'll take them to church and sit behind them and monitor them when they come back from school, monitor them. They don't even, that's the level of monitoring now,
You have to do that. If you don't do that, your child will go haywire and brought shame on you as a parent, because people going to look at you as a failure. Even though you are a very successful person, you are a disciplined person, but when they see your child that's so irresponsible with he or her action and stuff like that, they will look at you that you are the one that did not properly brought her up well. So you have to do that. That is the challenge facing all parents, particularly we that are Africans living in Western world. It's a big responsibility to raise children well, and you have to be on top of them. You have to watch them, everything they're doing, even on social media. You have to do it. Look, 2 of my children in college, when they were in high school, when they come home, I make sure that they don't have their cell phone with them to go to bed. I take it away from them when it's time to go to bed. After prayer in the night, okay, everybody bring me your phone. I keep it in my room. You can't have phone overnight. You have finished your homework. You have done everything. What is the phone for? No, you can't have no phone. I bought them this local clock for them to wake up in their room. This is what you have to
do. You know what you have to do with an alarm clock? You have to put it somewhere where you have to get up to switch it off. You can't. People make the mistake of putting their alarm clock next to their bedside table. That defeats the purpose. You just bang. No, you have to put it somewhere where you have to get up to switch, and then once you are up, you are up. Don't put your alarm clock next to your bedside table, or you are just deceiving yourself.
That is what I did. Kept them in their room, and in the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, oh yeah, this thing is ringing. Brrr, brrr. It will wake them up. They say, oh, we want to set them. No, you don't need the alarm. I went to buy this local clock, put it there, set it, and that is what with them. So we don't have to give them too much freedom as this society, try to compel us to do. We don't have to fall into this society, what do you call them? They're into their trap. They want you to give your child freedom, too much of freedom. And when your children go haywire and commit crime, then the society will come and blame you. They will look at you. People will put you. They think they look at you as a failure. Your child is in jail or is in problem, is bringing problem home for you. So we Africans, it's a big responsibility. So one man, that lady, I think she still needs some help. She's still going through that, psychologically or mental problem, and she needs some help for redirection. Coming to the public to say, "Oh, I've said," it's just alarming, and it's just shameful, and I hope she will get help. It's not good for human dignity at all.
All right. Adanle Koko, I want to show you a clip, but I want a very, very brief commentary on it. I'm not going to trail it so you don't know what is coming, but I want to show you this clip, and then I want just a very brief commentary on it. So let me bring it up. So here it is. It is this one right here. So here it is.
What is that?
Let me play it, and then you'll see.
See Lagos. This hustle is real. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This hustle is. You say now your baby. I'm going to see your baby.
Go see your baby.
Go see the face. This one is not carrying the baby. You're begging as though you're carrying a baby, but it's not a baby. Go see the face. Lagos.
419 beggar.
The hustle is real. Ajanle Koko, the hustle is real.
Hey, one man, is economic hardship that push them. It is economic hardship that push people into doing all this. The people just want to look, they are just looking for a way out. What can I do to make money so that I can live? Just for me to live. Let me just live. If you can't get, you have to do something to make money in Nigeria. She cannot go and commit crime. She resorted into begging. And begging now, everybody,
fake baby.
Everybody is going through hardship.
Look at that.
But
Oh
yes, everybody is going through hardship. But what can you do?
And you know, nobody wants to see a baby suffer. So that's just
no, yes.
Nobody will,
particularly in the sun.
You know,
particularly in the sun. You see somebody carrying
a baby, and then you say, you know.
You just give them money. In the sun, somebody carrying baby. And you are there, you know, you are in the car.
But last, it's a fake baby. She didn't even buy a dummy. She just wrapped something together. Oh, God. The hustle is real. The hustle is real. Worry. Thank you, worry.
In Nigeria, sometimes you just want to weep. You just want to cry for that country. You just want to cry. But, well, it's just a survival of the fittest. They are trying to survive, you know, and they want to do everything to make money so that they can go and feed their children. You know, somebody like that, maybe the husband lost his job, or maybe the husband has died, nobody to cater for her.
She
and the
looks
children.
Like a northerner. I think they do this just as a business. I'm not quite sure there's often a hardship story, because she looks like a northerner. Yes.
Has
come to Lagos to hustle.
Yeah, that's the problem, woman. It's just, well, let's just leave it like that.
All right, brilliant. All right, thank you, Ajanle Koko. So let me go on from you to San Diego. So San Diego, are you ready to go?
Yeah, why are you still calling me San Diego?
Oh, sorry, man of prestige. You see, this is, how many names have you had? IPOB of San Diego, Oba of San Diego, now man of prestige. What is this? Are you part of the 60 million that we are talking about?
It doesn't matter. Just respect the prestige, man.
You respect the prestige. All right, man of
one man. That is Nigerians for you. They are not stable. They just jumping from here. They are very unstable people.
Ajanle Koko, my brother, you are wrong for that.
From IPOB, this thing, he went to Oba of San Diego. Now is this is the way. These are Nigeria for you. Nigeria mentality. Even when you are in America, that mentality cannot even change.
It's always
Ajanle Koko. I just obtained the status recently, so I have to change.
All right, a man of prestige. A man of prestige. So to you then. So let's take you to the space then. This lady, I have slept with 2,000 sexual partners. This is a musician, a rapper called Diamond the Body. Diamond the Body. She's round about. I thought she was round about 27 thereabout, but people who know her in the comment section are telling us that she's 34, but at 34. So she still has another phase from that 34 to round about 55. So if she has clocked up 2,000 by the age of 34, how many sexual partners do you anticipate she would have had by the time she's 55, 60?
Oh yeah, probably gonna have a lot. Yeah, I read a lot. I read a little bit about that lady. I think about a month ago. She claimed there was a story going on that she has slept with Burna Boy. Yeah, I remember that. Story.
Yeah, she was caught in bed with Burna Boy.
Right, I remember that story. I didn't know how true it is, but I saw her picture. I don't know if that's her. So they saw her with Burna Boy with the tattoo and everything. So yeah, I saw that circulating in the Nigerian space a while ago by one of the Nigerian platform anyway. Yeah, that's very interesting. So it's not surprising.
But that's a figure though, 2,000.
I'm not sure. Maybe that's a little bit exaggerated. I mean, it could be true, but if I have to guess, I think it's a little bit exaggerated, you know. But
it depends though. She started at 12.
She started at 12?
Yes, that's what she said.
Okay, by the time she get 50, I don't know what her body will be made, or her inner part will be made of right now. By the time,
You know,
I guess,
it'll be like swimming in the lagoon, won't it?
yeah, I think it will be of no use. I don't know if we want to be there. I don't want to be there. If it's so loose, and whatever it is, but not for me. Yeah, but that's very interesting story. Yeah, I heard about it a few months ago, if I can recollect. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have, are like that, but I don't know up to that standard. I mean, you have a lot of women that are, that just like to sleep. How about their shower people? I mean, do you know how many people they have slept? So
I think on average they sleep with about 5 a day, don't they? And if they're doing
right,
it like my God.
yeah, because they have, they have to make money, so that's not really surprising. But I think she has a problem. If I have to guess, it's going back to the mental illness we're talking about. There has to be something there for you to be sleeping with that much of people, because I don't think sleeping with that much of people is about pleasure. You can't get a pleasure because there's no pleasure in that. I mean, it gotta be some mental illness.
It's a deep sense of insecurity now. And when she tells you that she started at the age of 12, that means that somebody has damaged that mentally.
Yeah, you can't have that kind of sexual urge like that. I mean, for that much to be able to be going around. I mean, what is this? There's no self-respect for yourself. At least let's assume she was doing that when she was a teenager, 16 or 14, or she claimed. But at a certain age, when she's matured up to 20 or something like that, you have to have a self-respect for yourself. So I'm thinking it has to be something beyond just, just kind of gratification that she's getting from that. It gotta be some mental, delusion going with her.
Man of prestige. Man of prestige.
Yeah,
You know what? You see, number one, I think the age she started, she was so young. Even people that start at 25, that started having this at 25, it's hard for them to control the urge. Apart from, they are now more mature, they need to control themselves. But for that age, I think it's crazy. Then being in the Western world where people don't see, in Nigeria, we see this sex thing as issue. Most people don't see it as issue in where we are now. In the US, people go out and just pick somebody for a woman will go out and pick somebody for a one night stand. So if she has started at that age, obviously she will be loose and be doing it. Then the society where she is encourage things like that. They don't see it as a problem.
So are you saying it's an addiction? I mean,
yeah, it's turned to an addiction because she started too young. So obviously that will be urge. For example, I was dating someone before I left Nigeria. She was a virgin at 25. Then we did it. Then I left Nigeria. Then when we are on the phone, then she will start crying. Oh, fine, she's in Canada now. She will start crying. Oh, I've left her alone. Who is going to touch her now? Who is going to do this now? And you know what I just said? I said, you know what? You might need to just find out yourself another boyfriend, that kind of thing.
I'm thinking that may be because, she was a virgin most, I mean, from her teenage year up to, she become an adult. Maybe she has not been able to do it for so long. Now she has to have it so often because she has been denied of that, passion when she was younger. I mean, don't you think that's some?
So yeah, I get your point. So I think in the world where we live now, even in Nigeria right now, I know 12 years old, 16 years old that they are so rotten.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these girls that parents think they've sent to school leave their school weekend. There is a joint, I know. Most girls will come from their school, different schools, come there on a Friday. All the guys coming then already know what they are there for. They are looking for fun for weekends. Then if you can buy them food, talk to them from that joint, you take them to your house, you will go to club together, do all those things together. And by Monday, you drop them back in the park where they find the transport back to their school. So imagine people living like that. So that means every weekend, those girls are sleeping with different guys, not to talk of other places where they meet other guys too.
Okay,
So
let me ask you something. I didn't mean to interject. Let me ask you. I
yeah,
mean, this point you're making
No,
is
he's the one
it,
interjecting you, but carry
okay,
on.
I'm sorry. It's
exactly.
okay. It's okay. Is it people
Yeah.
below university level or just
It's not below university level. A lot of people are getting into an institution in Nigeria at a younger age. I know people of 14, 16 getting into an institution now because some of them will probably do the university entrance exam at secondary school exam at primary 4, pass their GC and all that. Then, SS2, SS1. Then from there, they don't even go to SS3. From there, they are going to uni. So there are a lot of young people in uni, polytechnic these days that you will find somebody of 16. That's why you see people graduating at 21, 20 because they got into institution at 16 years old. So now thought of somebody that in their neighborhood is already sleeping with somebody and now have the freedom to travel around that their parent doesn't even know where they are, you know? And they do this every weekend. They leave just for the fun. So obviously they sleep with different guys. So factoring that in with somebody that now live in a world where even here, like in the UK, before I got married, I met a lot of girls that are like in their 20s, 19. And if you ask them when they want to get married, they will tell you maybe 30 some that they still want to have fun. What is having fun to them? Going to club, meeting guys, having sex, and doing all these things. So I don't doubt her if she said, because now she is to timing. She's doing both men and women. So that number is very possible.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite get the story. I didn't know she's doing both. Okay, that's on a different level, okay? Yeah, that's on a different level, one man.
All right, thank you. So let me take you to the space then. The psychiatric problem in Nigeria, estimated 60 million people. I'm even saying that that's an underestimation, but it's quite disturbing, though not surprising.
Oh no. That's way underestimated. Believe me, one man. I think about 70-80% of Nigeria are suffering from different kind of mental illness.
Because mental illness, you have to
yes.
understand, it's not full blown madness. It's from depression, everything. So
Right.
so you are 70-80%.
Why not one man? I mean,
Yeah.
because there's many factors that contribute to the to that mental illness in Africa. I mean, let just use Nigeria, as our example for what we're talking about right now. I mean, look at the situation in that country. I mean, unemployment. I mean, people are so crazy. Like you was saying earlier, I think I wasn't listening for the whole thing. I mean, you can't stay in Lagos. Lagos is like a mad place. You can't go there and be a quiet man. I mean, it's so loud. I mean, it seems like everybody's crazy. If you are not strong, they push you aside. I mean, you have no space. And let me give you these statistics from, to begin with. The facility in terms of psychiatrists in Africa, is 0.5 of every 100,000 compared to the global rate, which is 9 to 100,000. So compared to that rate, so you have like about 14 per 100,000 compared to the global, which is like about 1,501 per 1,000. So there's no facility to begin with, and everybody, seems like a lot of people over there are so diabolic. They believe in all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know how. It's very difficult. In that space. It seems like everybody's sick. I mean, that's more being. I mean, it's not like sick, but just the mental part of it. But the worst one of what is, a lot of people are not aware of. They're having a mental issue. A lot of people in Africa, they think they're not having.
But it's the spiritual angle that they always add to it. Is really where the problem is.
Then you have to go to Babalawo, right?
Yes.
That the situation in that country. I mean, that's the part of area that need an urgent government intervention, because a lot of people are mentally unhealthy, but we are not aware of it. That need to be, and like I was saying, that's not something that's going to be solved in a day or whatever, because there's a lot of things encompassing that cause, that made people run so crazy in that country, from poverty to, everything, unemployment, family conflict situation, war, disaster, everything. The mental illness is so psychologically have, put that country so unbalanced. So it's going to take a while for that to be resolved. It's just crazy. It seems like everybody in that country is crazy to a certain degree, but they're not aware of it. Or my man is a very terrible situation.
All right, let me take you to a different place. Man explains why he has been sleeping with his brother's wife for 7 years. So he's saying that he felt entitled, and that the way that the husband, the brother's wife treats him, emboldened him to do that. So he feels no sense of remorse at all, sleeping with the brother's wife for 7 years. That is disappointing, but not surprising. It's not uncommon, man of prestige.
Is that when he said he seems like he's feeling entitled the way his brother has been treating him? That always make no sense. Even I thought your brother has been treating you bad or you don't get along well, that does not give you the privilege to go and sleep with your brother's wife. That is so wrong. Does the from what you got, I'm not familiar with the story. Does the husband, travel or whatever, something like that?
Yeah, it's a businessman who is constantly away.
You see, that is terrible. I used to do a lot of travel all over the country before, particularly going to Texas, for my job before. But right now I work from home anyway. So there's no excuse for that. I just look at that as an abomination. And he has audacity to come out and say, and give this unexcusable reason for what he's doing. It doesn't even make sense. Just a shame in your face. I wonder how, you see, or this kind of thing, what happened if the brother just pick up a gun and shoot him, and you're gonna say,
no, we're not in America now. We don't go around. Look at this guy. Do you have guns? Do you have guns yourself? You sound like you have guns.
Yeah, I have a gun. Yeah, but I have a gun. I have the privilege to carry a gun. Yeah, I tried. I'm not gonna tell this story, okay? I tried to bring it to Africa once, but it's a long story.
Don't try it though.
I did once. I did once. One man. I did once. It caused a lot of problems. So it was complicated, but I have to fight for it. I got it back, but they did. I wasn't taking like go to jail or whatever. But of course, I had to mago them.
Do you think that people should have the right to bear arms in Nigeria?
No. We are not at that stage yet, one man. No, we are not at that stage. You know how we are. We have a lot of mental illness. I'm not saying we don't have a lot of mental illness in the United States. We do, but there's a safeguard, that we get it. But Nigeria, Nigeria is like a jungle, So no, I don't believe so. What do you think?
No, I think we should. I think we should. We have the right to bear arms in Nigeria.
In that country?
Yes. If you are driving
one man. Now that Adele could just told us that in Lagos, somebody will hit you from behind. You come down and slap you.
No, if you are driving,
want people to have guns.
If you are driving like down Lagos Ibadan Expressway,
yeah.
Everybody got carry gun for Lagos in this matter.
Do you think if we have the right to bear arms, we will have the level of insecurity we have?
Forget about. They will still have insecurity, but
but to the level where somebody can just stroll out of a bush and start to shoot at cars and then kidnap people at will. Do you think when they know that every car has a gun, and if they shoot one,
the crime will go up. The crime will go up.
Yeah.
No.
Some people want to rob.
Hold on.
The situation of our country doesn't give room for that kind of thing. A lot of people are hungry already. So if I have a gun and I'm hungry, somebody is tempted to.
The crime will not go up, because if you are going to commit that crime, knowing full well that the person that you are going to commit the crime again is fully armed, then you are running a 50-50 chance of you not coming out of it alive.
One man. Let me give you a statistics. The point you just made in America, we have what they call progressive state and conservative state. Kulata can tell you about this, like Texas or whatever. I mean, it's a free. You can carry gun in the public and everything, but that has not stopped any. That has not stopped any kind of crime or in those places. I don't think it's gonna stop the crime in Nigeria. Hello.
All right, but if the armed robber is knocking on your door and you open up a Luger, bang bang, then he knows that and he goes to the next house and they open up a semi, then he knows that maybe he needs to go and find another profession.
I mean, there's a plus to it, but I think the plus are, the plus is, the negative part of it outweigh the plus. That's what I think. Particularly in the Nigerian society. In Nigerian society, it's on a different level. I mean, it's going to be like Justice Jungle. I mean, everybody with gun. Oh my God! In particular, a place like Lagos or Ajagul, all those area. Oh man. I don't know. I mean, that's an advantage to what you just said. But in a Nigerian society, yeah, it's going to be a different level. Everybody carrying gun. I don't know. I don't support.
All right. If I ever decide to go and live in Nigeria, if I ever go and decide to go and live in Nigeria, I will certainly make sure that I have the right to bear arms. I have the right to bear arms.
You can be able to
if you come shooting at me, then I want to know that I have the chance to shoot at you back. And
you can be able to smuggle it inside Nigeria, if you are not caught at the airport or whatever. I mean, you
can just sitting dogs now in Nigeria, just sitting dogs.
Yeah, you can buy a gun in Nigeria too. Remember, if black market and other things, Yeah, you can purchase a gun. What I did was I didn't do it right. I just feel like being an American citizen that I'll be allowed to, because I have the right here. So I was thinking that my permit will be permissible in Nigeria. That was wrong. So I learned my lesson in that regard. But that does not mean I don't have any gun in Nigeria.
Look at this guy. Are you telling us where the millions are coming from? Is
not a million. Particular my state, Imo State. My parents live in the, because we are from Owerri, not just Imo State. So my parents live there, so they have to be self-guided anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of unknown gunmen in that. I mean, I've not experienced it, but that's what I had.
All right, brilliant. So let me take you to one final space. It says, why men always cheat on you. So this is a media personality called VJ Adams. And, there are so many reasons why men cheat, but instinctually men just cheat because men are natural hunters. That is really the primary reason why men cheat. But the reason why this guy is adducing is that women are dependent on men financially in relationships. So therefore, they have to depend on that man for money and for their lifestyle. So they don't want to risk that not to cheat. And because the man knows that they are financially dependent on him, that they feel that they have that level of control over them to do as they will. Is that a credible enough reason, or is that just too weak and feeble?
No, definitely on African space. Well, not just in African space. I think the difference between African space and some, developed countries is a little bit different because people with financial wealth being over there in Nigeria, in Africa or Nigeria, for example, they're small in number, and their weight, they are really, really rich compared to the average. So yeah, what you said makes sense. I mean, because you have money, you can marry many wives. The wife doesn't have much authority to challenge you. A lot of them doesn't work. What can they do? They can't leave the marriage. They have to stay in the marriage because they are completely dependent on you. I mean, a lot of married women in Africa, they know their husband cheats, but there's nothing they can do. They can't go away. I mean, just few of them that are well educated.
Their only prayer is don't bring a pregnancy home. That's all.
Exactly. I mean, they know their husband. I mean, women cheat too, but women are smarter than we. Women are smarter than we do. But let me tell you about men cheating. I mean, this is just psychological. This is in the men den. We cheat because, it's not because It's just a satisfaction to we cheat. Not we still love our wife, but we can cheat. So that's completely different from cheating and you love your wife. Not you cheating doesn't mean you're gonna love your you're gonna love the partner you're cheating with. It's just something, just a main thing, ego, that we have to have variety. So we still have it or that kind of thing. So it doesn't necessarily mean that men that cheat don't love their wife. Yeah, they love their wife, but they, it's something in us we have to, because of our testosterone is bigger than, is higher than women. So we have the urge. We have
do you think men cheat for sex or for dominance? Do they cheat for sex or just for the sport of being able to chase a woman, get her, and then have your way with her? So is it for the sport or for the sex?
I think it's both. I think it's both. Yeah, I think it's both. I mean, very few women that testosterone it can be high, but on average, men testosterone are very, very high. I mean, the only thing we say, okay, you're a man, you are very civil, you have to control. One man, that even I know you're married and everything, but when you go out there and see a beautiful woman, maybe with the breast, they left their breast and everything.
No, don't worry about that. I don't see women anymore. I don't see them.
What do you mean, not see women? Don't you go out?
Don't worry, I don't see them, okay?
You are not a sense. I mean, I'm not saying you want
to put Igbo in my pocket. I mean, look at this guy.
No. I'm trying to be realistic as a man, okay? I mean, I'm married. I'm not going to tell you that I cheat. No, I don't. But I'm just saying the way men are mentally, grounded, they have the urge when you see a beautiful woman, I mean, you're going to look at him and you have tendency. I mean, just something in your body, that doesn't mean you're going to do that. You have to control yourself. But you have a lot of men that can't control themselves, or they put themselves in that space and there's no going back. I mean, you're in a room with it. Let's assume when I used to travel a lot. I mean, I used to travel with one of my assistants. We stay in a very nice hotel or whatever. We don't stay in the same room. And we go out in the morning to have a coffee before we go to our meeting and everything. So, I mean, even though she's beautiful, white or black, doesn't mean that I'm going to sleep with her. But the urge is to sleep with her because she's beautiful. But I have to respect myself, respect my family where I'm from, It depends on the man. It's kind of a self-control thing, how you do. But come on, one man, we're all men. But I'm not here, I'm not here agreeing with what that man did. I mean, it's just the way he did it. But a lot of people in Nigeria, a lot of people, men do that, a lot. But to sleep with your brother, wife, and come out with this excuse, this is why I'm doing it or something like that, because the husband do travel a lot. I mean, that's very, very uncalled for. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yes, but like you said, men instinctually, they, although me, I'm an exception because I'm a married man, but men instinctually,
who is not married? A lot of us here are married, so don't go there. Ajali Koka, the other guy speaking, I believe a lot of people marry, particularly with Africans. One man, the Igbo men don't cheat, you know that, right?
Who told you that? Who told you that? Everybody knows Uche now. Everybody knows Uche now.
We are family men. We love our family, man.
Don't worry. Everybody.
You know what you can do for
don't
us?
say anything, okay?
Oh, you know what you can do? Just go and carry Bible and just show us now that, they cheat or you never cheat before. Just show
man of prestige, let me show you a clip on that on this topic that we're talking about. It's just a short clip.
Okay.
But this is your president just confirming that all men are just built like that. This is your president.
There is a photo. It's at the G8 summit. It's causing quite a buzz. Take a look at it. Appears to show President Obama and French President Sarkozy giving a young woman a serious once-over. But pictures can be deceiving. Watch the video. Seems to be a little different story. Obama maybe watching his footing, maybe looking at the steps, maybe letting her pass, as opposed to a checkout. Take a look.
Yeah.
Let me let her go. I hope I don't fall down these stairs. Sarkozy, not so clear. Not so clear. Obama, let me help you. Let me help you, young lady. Please come down the stairs.
So there it is, man of prestige.
Yeah.
Every man is that's your president.
No, I think I remember that story. I think that story
what will Michelle do? What will Michelle say? What will Michelle say?
What can she say? I mean, well, man, come on now. Like I said, man, we like pretty things, but it doesn't mean that we're gonna commit to it. It's just the way men are wired. You may have the most beautiful woman in this world. It doesn't matter. You see another beautiful one. Of course, women are looking more beautiful every day. You know, you see another beautiful one. You're just gonna look. I mean, as far as you don't commit to it, that's the only difference.
That girl, by the way, she was 16.
Right.
That girl was 16.
Right. I remember there was something that happened when Obama was a president. I think he was just coming in by that time, right? She said something about Kamala Harris, our president, vice president. By that time, she was the Attorney General in my state, California. So the people are thinking that she's talking glory about her. So they made a story about that. It's just the way we are, I mean, she just commented about that Kamala Harris was very pretty. That was at that time, I think Obama was just coming in by that time. So people make a big deal about it, because the woman, supposedly pretty at that time. I mean, she still look good anyway. Yeah, but
do you think that do you think that after Obama checked out that young lady, Michelle will be getting a treat that night?
I don't know what I don't know how their relationship good, but
what do you mean you don't know? You do you know?
No, Obama is one of my favorite presidents. Of course, a lot of people will disagree with me. Like people like Joel of Nashville. He's very conservative. I don't know about that Jolly Coco, but anyway, yeah.
Don't mind Jerry.
Huh?
I said, make you no mind Jerry, Gary.
Yeah. But
Obama
anyway,
a good guy, na correct guy, man. Though I don't agree with all his policy when he was the head of state or the president rather, but at least we can still commend him that he in record, I mean in history today, is one of the best presidents. One of the best presidents.
I don't agree with him, particularly, the way he treated some African countries, particularly Nigeria anyway. When he went to Nigeria, when he went to Africa, he didn't go to Nigeria, he went to Ghana. But I can understand that, and the way the way he handled with Jonathan stuff. And I mean, I completely agree with you. I don't agree with everything they did, but did he do okay? Yeah, I think he did. I mean, being the first black president too, So that's something in the history for me to be alive.
And typical black man is an ass man. We
like ass. You can't. I'm sorry to say that on here. I mean, I know you have some policy on YouTube.
No, it's a fact now. Even your president has already said it when he's checking out babes from behind.
Oh yeah. It's just the way we are, man nature. It's a matter of self-discipline. One man, that you just have to be disciplined. Men and women are wired differently, but women are smarter when it comes to those kind of things than men. I mean, they cheat, but it's very difficult to catch them. But we are. We can hide something properly. They are multitask. They can do a lot of things.
All right, brilliant. So brilliant. So thank you, gentlemen. It's been a funny one. I don't even know. Is this an X-rated version? I wonder of the session, but there it is. We've managed it elegantly. So thank you. Now, so this man of prestige, you said it's a title. Was it given to you by your club or something, or is this just a name you adopted?
No, it's just a name I adopted.
All right. Look at that.
It's gonna.
Don't worry. I'll find you.
It's gonna be my name going forward. Okay.
All right. Man of
prestige. You promise us that.
That's a big title.
Yes, Ajali Coco, my brother. I'm going to keep it for a while.
Oh, don't worry, for a while. So, just for a while. So, if by next month you come up with another name, We shouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm not coming up with another name. It's a situation.
Why did you abandon your old names?
Because I told you the situation
it was evolving now.
Yeah, exactly. The situation.
But this is not his last name. Or I can tell you what your last name will be, but this is not the last one. Let me tell you what you change it to. It will be something Peter Obi. It will be something. You will end up with a Peter Obi name. That's what usually happens.
Why would I end up with Peter Obi? One man.
When they start to pressure you now that you have to declare for Peter Obi.
One man. I said I'm going to get you because I was mad at you and that Jolly Coker about 2 or 3 days ago. I was listening, but I didn't have time because I was busy. I said, you're like ganging up on my brother, saying that he's not really smart. So I said, okay, a Jolly Coker, I'm going to get a Jolly Coker. But we are good.
Don't worry, we do that in the evening session. So thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you, man of prestige. Don't call him about San Diego anymore. It's not
no more.
Don't worry. Yeah. You will change the name to Obi from San Diego. So don't worry now.
Not anytime soon, my brothers.
Okay.
All right. All right. So thank you, and thank you, Ajanle Koko. So that's been the session.
Thank you, woman.
So short and sweet. Hopefully enjoyable. I enjoyed it. So we reconvene for the evening to resume matters political. So I'll leave you here. Carry the conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace. Thank you, everyone.